Variation, the differences between individuals in a population or a population in different species. These are many types of moths all around the world, but in this video we are focusing on two types of moths, the Cabanera and the typical moth, or better known as peppered moths. During the 19th century in pre-industrial England, typical moths were the dominant over the Cabanera. These typical moths were able to blend themselves in with the lichen, while the Cabanera moths were picked off one by their natural predators, birds.
Pollution. When the Industrial Revolution began growing in England, the pollution from the factories affected the lichen by covering them with the soot.
Because of this, the Cabanera moth population began dominating over the typical moths, so they were able to adapt and camouflage the soot-covered lichen.
This is an example of adaptation, which is the adjustment that an organism makes to the environment.
Over time, the population died down in England. Thus, the typical moth population are reverting back to where they were before the Industrial Revolution.
The Galapagos Islands, home to several different species of finches today.
The Galapagos Islands, home to several different species of finches today.
Over time, the ancestor finch only had one type of beak, which evolved in order to adapt to their environment.
This process is called gradualism, the steady change in species over a long period of time. When a population of the ancestor finch migrated to different islands, their beak had to adapt the new environment. The role a population plays in the environment they are living in is called a niche. These finches evolve their beaks in order to be efficient in part of the environment. This is why there are at least 13 species of finches in the Galapagos Islands. All living organisms need to evolve in order for their species to thrive, as shown with the moths and finches. Organisms can adapt to their environment, may have a higher chance surviving and becoming the dominant species. The overall dominant species may change in the future, but only time will tell.